Hi, it's Dr. Steph
And it's Dr. Jen.
with Rosenhart Family Chiropractic and Healthy Living with Dr. Jen and Dr. Steph. We know a lot of you are working from home right now, and so we are starting this posture series. Today is part 1 of our posture series from home. So first we're going to cover what posture is, and then we're going to go through some important tips. So posture is the way in which we hold our bodies while we're sitting, standing, or even lying down. Good posture and correct alignment of body parts supported by the right amount of muscle tension against gravity. Without posture in the muscles, we would just be falling to the ground.
Like this.
Can't even see her anymore. She fell to the
Out
ground.
of frame.
Yeah.
So why having good posture is important? You know, it reduces the stress on the body. It minimizes the likelihood for injury. We know bad posture actually leads to overuse injuries because the muscles are not allowed to be used the most efficiently. So it leaves us open to injury if we don't have great posture.
And another word for that is repetitive stress too.
Yes,
right?
yes,
And that's
exactly.
something that's commonly heard. So some of the consequences of poor posture, there's several. I mean, fatigue is one, stress is another, obesity, poor postural muscles, and just abnormal gut movement too. So if we don't have proper posture, it can affect so much of our health. And so this does unhealthy sitting and standing, and even laying down contributes to our overall health.
How do you know if you have poor posture? Well, other people can tell you because most people most
this.
people that you're close with will say like, your shoulder is higher. You may hear that mom voice in your head like, straighten up, sit up straight, right? But there are some other signs and symptoms that you may not be aware of that are posturally related. Having neck pain, having headaches, having that tension between your shoulder blades, all very common. Having jaw pain, arm pain, tingling, weakness in your arm, getting tired easily. Those are all symptoms of having poor posture. So let's get into what we can do. So today we're going to cover 4 things to do at home. Now we have a long list of 12 and we'll make that available for download or on our, however you can find us. We do have a Facebook group called Healthy Living with Dr. Jen and Dr. Steph, and we want to make it will be a file sitting in there in that group, the entire list of 12, but we want to cover the 4 that we think are the most uncommon that you may not have heard of. Okay, the first one, and most people think when they're sitting at a desk all day that the best thing to do is bend forward to stretch the low back. Now, I want to bring to you another idea that back extension is just as vital. So, standing straight up, you can place your hands on your low back, and then you're going to extend and lean back. And you can add your neck if your low back will tolerate that. Again, working within the limits of your body. There are some bodies that are not ready for this, but for most people who are like this all day, we need to do some extension. So hands on your low back, just on that last bone right above your glutes, and lean back, hold for maybe 5 seconds, come back up to neutral, one more time, and back up. I want you to do that 3 times, holding for 5 seconds each.
So the next one that I really like is getting into the arms and the upper body. So, stretching, you can stretch your shoulder here, but then I want you to add that bend in your body, bending over even further. So not only are you getting it in the shoulder area, but you're getting it all down the side of your body. You're gonna do this on both sides, and 3 times on both sides.
Guess we can do it together
I
at
know.
the same time, right?
But we're hitting. All right, so 5
in
yeah,
here.
and bend. So not jutting your hip out, because do it very gently and
I think that's a really good point to
slowly.
bring up. Lots of times when we don't have good motion in the spine, and if you don't have a good chiropractor, then that's who you need to see. But keeping your hips still while you bend your upper body. Lots of times to compensate for this, you'll see people bending like this and they kick that hip out. This is not what that is. Isolating that side body and just moving the side body.
So just like the extension one, doing this 3 times, holding it for 5 seconds each time, and working within your range. So again, the beautiful part about doing this at home is you're not in competition with anybody. You're not looking at how anybody else is doing this. It's just you. So just go within your range.
The next one we want to show you is another one for shoulders, because so many people are this. We've got to find a new way to move our bodies. So next one is going to be cross shoulder, cross body stretch. Now with all stretching, you need to hold this for 5 to 10, best is 30 seconds on both sides. So higher plane. And again on the other side. Okay? Finally, really important one.
The one for the wrists. The wrists are just taking a beating right now, especially because, well, I had a gal yesterday say they had to leave the office. She didn't realize, or nobody realized, how long they'd be out of the office, so she didn't bring her monitor. So she's been working on her laptop at home. When normally she has a nice ergonomic setup, now she's like this. And so you can see what that does to the wrists, and that's really not great. So we want to make sure...
It's bad.
It's bad, yes.
Yeah. Beyond not great.
We want to make sure we're stretching those wrists and giving them the optimum range of motion. So arms straight, you're going to pull back on your fingers, again, just to your limit. If it's like this and you're pulling back and you're feeling the stretch, that's fine. If you can go a little further, even better. And you're going to go this way and this way. Oh, that feels so good.
The thing to remember here too is that it may be tender, but don't push into pain. Uncomfortable is okay. But the saying no pain, no gain isn't really true, especially when it comes to stretching in your body. So, nice, gentle holds with these stretches.
And again, holding it for 5, 10, 30 seconds, making sure that arm is straight while you're doing it. That's where you'll get the maximum stretch. And you can do all of these stretches multiple times a day. And we recommend that. I mean, getting up out of your chair multiple times a day when you're at home.
It's actually a really good idea to set a timer for every hour to get up and to pick 3 or 4 things to do every hour. So there is a handout. We are going to give that to you. Get in contact with us by email, join our Facebook group, private message us, whatever you need. We will get you that handout that has all 12. We wanted to highlight 4 of the ones you may not have heard of before, and hope you start to implement this today. There is no time like the present.
Agreed. Have a great day.
Go.